Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. Today we are reviewing, I am reviewing Forza Horizon 5. It's finally come out, it's finally here. I've been playing a bit of it lately, or today mainly. I haven't gotten too far in the story. I'm basically stopping at where I am because I don't want to continue any more in. I just wanted to get a feel for the game, get a taste, see how the handling was, the environment, and just get a general perspective on how the game ran. For those of you who don't want spoilers yet and are waiting for the full game to come out on the 9th, I suggest you click off now. I'm not saying I'm going to be revealing any content. I won't be revealing any story-based or actual in-game progress content. Basically what this video is showing off the mechanics of the game, the garage, the upgrade system, the auto show, the environment, just showing off the game and not the game's features or the game's play, basically. So if you want to stick around and watch, by all means you can. If you don't, that's fine, click off. But hey, before you do, why not slap that like button, hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to me. It lets me know that you guys like your content. And without further ado, why don't we take this modified off-road demon that I built myself. Yes, I built it. It's an off-road demon for a spin. So one of the first things, if we turn it up here, you'll definitely hear the engine audio. Now that is one of the things they have finally added. So once we get down to the garage, I'll be able to take you step by step through all that and just show off how that all works and how that's all come together and all done. Now I've done a couple of races on this game, so I haven't really gotten into the story. There's Rami. I'm not going to go into any of that. I'm not going to speak about any of that. But basically, that's just to continue on into the story. We're going to avoid that, because obviously spoilers, don't want to ruin the game for anybody. But, so, I'm going to stop playing here until, obviously, the 9th, when the full, or when everyone has access to the game. That way then, I'm not spoiling it, and I'm not ruining the experience for other people who also want to be able to play and experience this game for themselves. But enough about that. Handling. That's one of the big things. Compared to, let's say, Horizon 4, the turning, just generally turning, is a lot easier. It's not as jagged, it's smooth. And like, you don't even, if you're going in real fast like this, you barely need to touch the brake, you just tap them gently and turn. Whereas Horizon 4, you gotta completely stop the car. And that's what I like. I like the whole being, like the smooth controls and the just the way it feels, and it's not too jagged, it's not too rough, it's smooth, and it flows. The steering just flows, and you can turn the car to make sure like it basically moves into the bend. And I really like that. The way the car is controlled, the way the car moves. It's great. So honestly, the update to the car physics, the update to the way they work, it's amazing. I love the new car control system. I love the new, just like the way they move, the way you can feel how much smoother it is and how much better transition wise, or how much movability there is now, and how you don't have to put as much force onto the brakes when you're just trying to turn a corner. You just need to gently apply them and then turn the wheel, and I really like that. I feel like you don't have to rip the little joystick off your controller just to move it. So that's a plus. As for the environment, well, we'll get into a little more in that later, once we get off the amazing mountain. But the levels and stuff, really nice. As I said, we'll get in that later. For now, basically, all I'm doing is I'm just casually driving, and what I've done to this Dodge, because this is a 2018 Dodge Demon, what I've done to it is I've modified it. So obviously the tires and springs and everything have been changed to be compatible with the off-road terrain. So it's actually now a off-road car. It can handle quite nicely actually in the off-road races and in an off-road terrain. Whereas a normal demon or a different kind wouldn't work. And I love this feature and being able to just basically turn any car into any car. So you can take a $1 million supercar, say like a Lamborghini or a McLaren, and you can turn it into a off-road beast. And that I love. I love how the customization with the actual body parts and car parts and different mechanics now let you take your favorite car and use it in multiple situations. So I love the Demon, and I love being able to now take it both off-road and on-road. So I can do that, and I love being able to have that functionality and have that style of gameplay, and just being able to customize the cars based on the way you want to drive them. Now, whether or not we can actually enter the festival, I do not know. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, so we won't come to the festival just yet. We'll come back to it in a bit. We'll get more into the upgrades later. Now, I really just wanted to focus on the environment. Look at that. Massive rendered mountain, and obviously I'm currently playing on the series Xbox One S, not the series, the Xbox One S, which I will talk about how each of the performances go and how all that works in a bit. But even on this console, even on an old console like the Xbox One S, one that doesn't have the capabilities, or obviously not the power that the new gens or a PC has, it still looks stunning. And when I do my Let's Play on this game, you'll see that even more. You'll see the whole in-depth feel. You watch the intro of this game, and it almost pulls you in. The main menu, the start menu for this game, it like pulls you in, and the whole environment it's vertical. It's got different planes, so it's 3D. It feels realistic, and the different combination of colors and just the way they've placed different environments and roads, and just that mountain, the volcano behind me, amazing. I've parked my car all the way to the top of that, and oh my god, if you get this game at all, you have to do it. Take your favorite car and just drive it up the top of that mountain and park it at the highest point. You won't regret it. Great view. I'm honestly blown away by how amazing it looks. Now, just really quick to show you the map. So this, without getting into any spoilers, move over here. This is the map. Very, very huge. There's 578 different roads. There was only 531 in Horizon 4. So just a map of this size just adds to the whole welcome to Horizon, you're going to be here a while kind of vibe. And like, stadiums, there's different areas, and there's obviously the seasons coming back, and obviously expansions. And with the word of obviously their new engine, how they can edit the environment without interrupting the game. So if, say, Christmas were to come along or something, they could put Christmas decorations up around the place, or they could, change different things, and that I think is really cool. I like that idea, I like that concept. The map is just amazing, the world is just amazing. Honestly, they've outdone themselves this time around, and I'm only playing on one of the lowest qualities of this game. Obviously, I do play it on my PC, but I'm currently recording on the Xbox. But, honestly, this game will take you away. This game will blow you away. And for me personally, I love the way it's designed. I love the way that you can traverse the environment. You can just go where you like. There's no restrictions anymore. It's one big, massive playground, basically. And this time, instead of just giving you one pair of running shoes, they've given you one pair of running shoes with extensions to turn those running shoes into slippers. I don't know. But it's great, and I cannot wait to see where this game goes and how they evolve the map and change just everything, and how this game evolves. Now, one big thing I'm guessing everybody wants to know, the car count. Obviously, the cars and the garage and all that. I am going to pull into the festival now. If you don't want to see this, I will leave a timestamp down below for you to skip the garage and all that, which is completely understandable. Don't want the game spoiled for you. I completely get that. So I'll make sure to put one of them down below so you can skip to that. This is the actual festival itself. Looks very nice, the pink with the Mexico symbol. Alright, so we pull up here. And in we go. So when you first enter the garage, you'll be first greeted with this. My Cars, Upgrade and Tuning, Design and Paint, Collector Cars, Forza Vista, Car Horns and License Plates. As well as bond finds once you find them. Now, this will be where all your cars are stored, obviously in the same, obviously like in previous games, but this time around they have a new layout, and I love having the 3D view of the car like that. Looks really well done, really well polished. Yeah, and obviously you'll see each extension here, so you can see down the side there, you speed, handling, acceleration, launch, brake, and off-road. So each car will be designated with its own different thing. Some will have off-road tires, and they'll indicate that. Others won't. Others will have different mods. I haven't explored it all yet, but I sure am looking forward to looking through it. Now we're gonna swap into the Ford Bronco. Just because we'll look in the upgrades and customizations for it. But for now, we're going to go over to the auto show. So obviously, you've got your normal, you've got your auction house, you've got your auto show, Forzathon, which will open up soon. Not sure about how that will go or how that will work, but we'll look in that soon when that opens up. Now, as the auto show, we have a lot of cars. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. And some actually really rather interesting cars have returned or are now available in the shop. So, for the first time ever, we have the Type 35. It is pretty cool. I'm kind of digging being having all the Bugatti Veyrons, all the Bugattis for sales. You've got your obviously Corvettes. They're back again. Your Dodge, and you can buy the Demon this time around. You can buy it is a purchasable car from the shop. Obviously, you've got your Ferraris, your Fords, you've got your Formula Drift cars. Obviously, they're all free. Hennessy, you've got the Velociraptor, and you've got the Venom. Very nice. Very nice cars. Hoonigans, my personal favorite. You can literally buy the Bone Shaker now. Very happy about that. Obviously, you got your Jags, Jeeps, Koenigseggs. The KTM Crossbow has returned. Your Lamborghinis, your Land Rovers, your Lexus. Rally Fighters back again for another round. Your Maseratis, your Mazdas, yes, we have a Miata. McLarens, Mercedes-Benz, Mini, obviously. Mitsubishi coming back again, and this time around, not all of them are paid DLC, so that's even better. The three-wheeler, the Morgan. Nissan, obviously bringing in a few fan favorites in the JDM community. Yeah, your Porsche. Even the Reliant Supervan is returned. Reynolds here. Celine, the Shelby. Unfortunately, no King Cobra this time. WRX, they're back again. We got Toyota. Unfortunately, no Toyota A86 as of yet, but I will get into more of that in just a moment. TVR, you got your Volkswagens, your Volvos, and then that's basically the auto show. Now you might be wondering, well, that's not very, like, come on, that's not very good. There's a new thing called car collection. Oh, see, and because I am now in the demon, it gets added to my car collection. Basically, what this is it's a long list of different puzzles or cards that you have to collect. So the more cards you collect, the more you'll unlock. As you can see here, some of them have grayed out things. So if you collect 17 more Mercedes-Benz, you will unlock whatever that car is. And if we go down, all the way down to T, for you Toyota fans out there, because we know you like your Toyotas, the Torino is here. The 1985 Sprinter Torino GT Apex. It is there, or one of them is. So basically, this is where you can come to see some cars that either and another interesting thing is, you click on them, and it'll actually give you a little blurb or a little info on how to actually receive the said car. So the 8.6 or the 8.5. This car is available from wheel spins. It may appear as a reward in the season events, festival playlist, or Forza on shop. And then if you go to something to say the Cobra, this car is available from wheel spins or auto shows. So it'll let you know, and then you can click yes, and it'll actually take you to where the car is. I like that. I find it a nice little feature, really cool, really like new. This is where you go, My Festival. This is where you go. You can edit your name here. You can do Force Link. I haven't explored that yet, so I'm probably going to look into that a little more in the future. You can customize your character. Now this time they've gone all out. It's not just you can
keep your clothes in here and get
you can change your voices, you can change your identity for those of you who are obviously that kind of thing. You can have prosthetic arms and legs. You can dye your hair different colors. You can have different hairstyles, different characters. Now I'll be getting into more of the character customization when I actually do my playthrough of the game. So for now, not too much there. So that's that, and now the big one, obviously the upgrading and tuning. Now I don't have a lot of money. I'm quite poor. So don't show this again. So this is the custom upgrades. Now one of the things I am pretty cool about, or happy about, right, is if we go to conversion here, we hold down RT. It'll rev, right? And if you rev it, you can hear the different sounds each engine makes. And you can obviously, your normal upgrade, you can convert it. Now I find that really cool. Being able to rev it like that, I find a really cool, nice touching feature. Just to add to the game, it like ah yes, they're the same thing. They're literally the same thing. Right here. Oh, whoa, okay, hold on. Wait a minute. That... Okay... That adds a police light to the top. Fair... Oh, interesting. Obviously you have the big lights, little light, and then you can have both. I'm gonna put both. Just because I like having my Bronco all nice. Now we are gonna add, I don't actually think I have enough money to do this, so we're not gonna play around too much. That's basically, you got your normal customizations, and then obviously you can rev the engine, change the sound, actually work on its sound and find the tune or the engine sound that you actually quite like. Obviously, it uses the same install setup system as the previous 3 Horizon games, so you shouldn't have any problem working that out. Now, a lot of people have been asking new gen wise, so what is the difference between old gen, new gen, PC? And a lot of people have been responding, well, there's not really much difference. And there's really not. If you were to, between the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X, there is noticeable differences, and they can be seen, but that's to be expected. Once you put the Xbox One X in the middle of that, you will notice it's a bit of an in-between. PC-wise, I haven't actually experienced that one yet. One of the things you will find with the older gen consoles like the Xbox One, the One S, and the One X is that they do are a bit slow. So when you're doing your intro or you're doing your first ever your intro stuff, some of the loading screens will be more tainted and will be more okay. They will take time. They will take time to load. There will be more waiting. So you probably sit at a black screen for about 30 seconds to a minute. Nothing long, and then it just continues. I haven't ever really seen that happen once, and that was only with the main intro. So actually affecting gameplay, like big end gameplay, there's not really much to worry about at that aspect. And for other things like the way the graphics looks, the way the game looks, dual flip, the way the game looks, there are some noticeable differences between the older gens and obviously the Series X. One of them being like the growth and the plants and everything. Some of them aren't as detailed, or there's not as many in a certain area, or it's basically, they're not big differences. Like if you couldn't tell if you weren't graphically, like if you weren't someone who knew what you were looking for, you probably wouldn't notice it. So for the casual gamer, whether you want to play on Xbox One, Xbox One S, One X, Series X, Series S, or even PC, doesn't matter. If you're just a casual gamer, any platform will work. Obviously, the Series X and the PC will be the fastest, with the one being the slowest. Other than that, the dynamic weather, as you just saw, I just drove into a sandstorm, and we can actually drive out of the sandstorm, and it will be left behind us, which is pretty cool. The dynamic weather system now being regional, so instead of being an entire map, it's different areas, and not all areas are the same, and not all areas of the map will ever be the same. They each have their own different things, they have different features, and there is so much more that this game will hold, and the activities and events and races and all those kinds of things that you can do and expect to see in this game, like different customizations, new cars being brought in, live events. Obviously you got the expansion passes coming whenever they're ready, a whole new lineup of cars like we saw in Horizon 4, new vibrant areas. That sandstorm was left behind me, so it's not even with me anymore. Very vibrant, bright, fun to explore map that's good in its own way, vibrant in its own way. It has its own personality, and the feel of the cars and the feel of the game, the way the game plays, the way the cars feel, it all just comes together, and it just makes a really good game and a new experience that I personally really do enjoy. So if you are thinking about getting this game, for me personally, 100% yes. If you're a fan of the Forza, or even if you're new to the Forza series in general, this would not only be a great way to continue your love for Forza, but it would also be a great way to start your love for Forza. So, with that said, I think that pretty much wraps up everything that pretty much wraps up everything that we've got here. We've covered both the basics. I'll go more in depth into like the new features and all those kind of events and everything when I become my let's play and my playthrough through this game. So stay tuned for then. But as always, guys, make sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and keep gaming. Until then, you know the drill. Peace.